I'm also covering later. Now, I want to start to introduce myself. I'm from Akoko, and the reason I don't always want to mention my name is that mo ti gbọ́ pé àwọn kan ti ń dúró dè mí. Ọlọ́run ló yọ àwọn ọmọ fámílì mi gbà kan tí wọ́n capture kan ní wọn tán wọ́n tún pa after tán sanwó tán, but wọn mọ̀ pé mo relate mọ́ wọn. So that's why I don't always mention my town. Apart from that, I'm open to anybody. Mi ò ń forúkọ mi pamọ́, mi ò ń fòjìjí mi pamọ́. Wọ́n mọ̀ mí káàkiri títí kan Buhari. Èmi ò bú wọn, mo sọ fún wọn pé ibi tí wọ́n ṣe yẹ kó wà. Ṣèbí torí ẹ̀ ni gbogbo wọn ṣe ń kó owó, wọ́n fi ọkọ́ ń kọ́ owó sí abẹ́ ara wọn káàkiri lọ́tùn lósì. And that's why people are suffering. Láàrin Yorùbá àkọ́gbọ́n mọ́ ìwé kàkà, àdàkọ òye mọ́ ìwé kàkà. So I would want to say why I could pick this topic, reason for Yoruba sovereignty. It's a very big one. There are many things. I will gradually send a lot of documents to Enyomi Atata. Torí àwọn Yorùbá tí bá ń bá ṣe Enyomi máa ń pè wọ́n. Enyomi Atata Kíngbádé. Màá send it. Mo ti send document kan sí nísìn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Morisa, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
That's the beginning of the documents I want to share with all of you in Canada, so that you know the reason why we have to stand up. We are not begging to be out of Nigeria. We are stating our right of exit. It's not on. We have suffered everywhere. Gbogbo wa tá wà ní Europe, America, we are successful. But ẹ lọ sílé ẹ lè tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ successful for a time, they will destroy it. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ̀ ti níná, tẹ́ ẹ lómi, tí flood ń ṣẹlẹ̀, títí tí ń bàjẹ́. Let me come back. That's a sort of conclusion. One of the first things in life is to know your beginning. And that's what people call history. And that's what some people man pè ní ọjọ́ ìbí. How did I get here? So that is very important. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn òyìnbó ti wá sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti pẹ́. There were warnings to the Yorùbá to be careful of the Fulanis. Clapperton was one of the first in 1820, 22, 24, 25, 26. Until he died, he was murdered by the Fulanis. All because he did not give them the guns. He did not actually promise them to conquer the infidels near Awa to the south. And the promise was that he wanted to conquer the lands of the infidels, the Yorubas, and dip the Quran into the sea. That is over 200 years ago. Nothing's all right. But most of us ignore it and shape political accommodation. Dip the Quran into the sea. But Clapperton refused. But Clapperton went through our land. What is up from? Torí ìtàn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé even before Clapperton. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé orúkọ Yorùbá wọn fi pamọ́, kò sẹ́ni tó fi pamọ́ ní ilẹ̀ wa díẹ̀. I've seen a lot of posted pass on the net about the name, and it comes up with Yoruba country. A lady, Lady Hidara, who told that Kudeti Girls School in Ibadan, where University of Ibadan started in 1948. Why would people not know that? And this book was sold in the bookshop and all that. That's a sort of diversion. Clapperton said that the Yorubas were a very advanced race. They live in neat well-organized cities, and that their capital, Oyole, was 15 miles radius, neatly arranged, Oyole, and that they are very amiable people, welcoming and hospitable, not murderous like the Fulanis. Clapperton, when he first got to the Fulani land, he did not bear the name Clapperton, but when he got to our land, he was Clapperton. He bore the name Rais Abdullah to cover up so that Komapa. I can't say it, the evil and the lies that are with our neighbors from the north is so immense that if you know it, you will not talk them with a bad pole. That's the fact. I'm sorry. I have some of them as my friends. We joke about it and they know it. Even up to the children of the Sultan, Sultan Sultan Sanusi, Bala Sanusi, God, his gracious Lord repose his soul. He just died last year. So it's not that I don't know them. So I don't hate them, but I don't like the fact that we continue to have a political accommodation. It's not on. So from Carpathin, he wants that these people are devious people. They want to colonize the land of the blacks in the south because they are Arabs. They are not blacks like us. They only have dark skin.
Hello?
Is anybody trying to talk?
No, any yẹn wọlé ni, so what's the mute?
Okay. So you see, the Arabs, and Clapperton stated it clearly, but our historians and others will ignore all these facts, all because of Pan-Africanism. They've been shouting Pan-Africanism since 1900s. Where has it led us? Where? So we should start from within. The growth of our nation, Yoruba sovereign nation, should start from within. We don't hate others. We can cooperate with them, work with them just like other countries. We are not going to be locked up. We are not going to build a wall around us, but we are still going to cooperate, but separate nations. That's exactly what I told Adebayo when he sent an emissary to me in London in the year 2000, after the publication of one of our books in the year 2000. Coming from Clapperton, moving forward, Lugard, Churchill, and the rest also want, listen, when the amalgam was to be executed from 1902, Churchill said, jettison the North. It's not fit for purpose. There's nothing we can gain from there. And up to today, is there anything they are contributing to the federal cost? No. But Lugard, because he was interested in riding these polo horses in the open grasslands of the North, was interested, and he hated the fact that the Yoruba race was already educated ever before he came. There were already secondary schools like Semes Grammar School, 1856. Ever before, there are a lot of schools older than Nigeria in Yoruba lands. What are we doing in Nigeria? This is my imagination. So, Churchill said that Clapperton had won, that they are devious and evil people. Why do we want to be with them? Churchill said, jettison them, we don't want them. Now, Lugard himself knew these facts, and he did not want to stay in the South. Mr. McGregor, those of you from Lagos, you know about McGregor Canal. That was a great English edition from Liverpool. He was a great administrator of Lagos at this time. He tried to drain Lagos. He tried to build a lot of canals, but Lugard stopped him by 1914 because of this amalgam. He tried to drain Lagos to reduce the effects of mosquito. They distributed mosquito nets amongst the people in those days. Most of us don't remember because we don't learn history. We hate the British. I too hate them because they came to put us together with these people. But I don't hate them because they put disclaimers along the way. As they were trading with us, they put disclaimers for us to see and know that in the event of their leaving, we should not be with them. The records are there. Lugard in 1919 said in his, the kind of paper you write after your term of office, the amalgamation document, which is in two parts. The first amalgamation document was the first number 1 to 10. Some of you have it, and if you don't, I will send it out so that you can distribute for you to see. They're in two parts. And it was sold for 1 shilling 3 pence. But most of our so-called scholars say, it was hidden. It was never hidden. We did not just look for it. That's the fact. It was sold from, it was sold for 1 shilling to 3 pence. Wọ́n ta ìwé yẹn. Ó yẹ kí àwọn àgbààgbà wa tán jù mí lọ. History kan wá ìdí débẹ̀. Ṣèbọn mọ̀ pé wọ́n amalgamate wa ni. Why not look for the document? It was open. In year 2006, the British Parliament reviewed that same document. Why did we not get it? We refused to see this fact. We were busy trying to blame who we should not blame. I will tell you why don't blame them. The fault of us not living earlier on is in us. We were given a lot of chances to live. And that's document report. I will not just mention the document, but there are some salient points. Àwọn kan gidi tó yẹ kí a mọ̀. Máa yẹn sọ pé the Fulanis are a nuisance and a menace to any community they find themselves attached to, and they attach to us. And now look at our land. They occupy most of our land. And unfortunately, I'm not crying. I've lost a lot of money on my farmland. And my in-law was almost killed. And I've lost close to 50 million naira on that farm. What the Yoruba race of which I'm part of do not understand the grave danger we are facing. I don't mind what I've lost. But what pains my heart is that most of us don't understand that we should not be part of that Nigeria. Even if we put 1,000 Yorubas to head that federal government, I don't want it. Because it is destroying our development, destroying the Yoruba ability to showcase the power of spiritual knowledge that God tí Olódùmarè ti fún wa. Ṣé mo pé tí wọ́n bá sọ̀rọ̀ nílé tí ọmọ kan bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó ṣe, wọ́n sọ pé má jẹ́ kí bàbá ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ, because there is power in the word, just like in the Bible. John 1, the beginning was the word. That is the same thing with every Yoruba man and woman, but we don't realize it. We don't appreciate who we are. All the rest of the world is learning about us. Most countries are establishing schools and even begging people to come and teach Yoruba. Even in Ukraine, àwọn babaláwo wà ńbẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Ukraine. Mr. White, if you Google his name, I think Moboriowo, I think I gave you the website. If you still remember it, you can distribute to others.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
I want us to know who we are. Àwọn òyìnbó mọ̀ wá ju ara wa lọ, because we sit down there. Mi ò ní kéèyàn má gbé Bible tàbí Quran, but Before that, who I me before I know the Quran or the Bible? I'm Yoruba person. It does not remove from you that you are a Muslim or a Christian, but you should always remember who you are. That's one thing. Those are some of the basic silent reasons. We need a new sovereign Yoruba nation. And to they emerge, the rest of the world will be happy for it because they know knowledge and power will exude from the Yoruba country. And that will benefit the world. And us too. The mathematics of Odu is one of the highest maths that you can think of. But we are still covering it down. No. It's in those of us who are rejecting it. It's in you. If you sit down properly, you will understand it. Because we are all born with it. We cannot escape it. We are all born with it. Even my beautiful sister Badra, what she said is born not totally from the Bible, it's born from the heart of a Yoruba person. Tí wọ́n bí pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ tó mọ ọ̀rọ̀ sọ. That is it. And moving forward, before I've summarized this step by step, that's what Emma Baon Rabi ṣe. And you find a lot of our scholars, look at it, but they forget that he had put down a disclaimer. Ó ti fẹ́ pé mo yọwọ́ mi kúrò awáṣòwò ni o Nàìjíríà tá a dálẹ̀ awáṣòwò ni ẹ̀yin lẹ fẹ́ sọ di nation. That's exactly what he expressed there. They came to trade. They created Nigeria for a trading purpose. And it took 8 years, from 1890 to 1898, to decide the boundaries of Nigeria against the interests of the French, because the French owned most of the middle part of the current day Nigeria, right from Kishi, Igboho, Ilorin, Lokoja, títí dé the southern part of Borno. It was under French control. If the French won the battle, the diplomatic battle against the British, we would not have a Nigeria as we know it. That map would have been a separate. There would have been a northern protectorate or northern Nigeria, and then a southern Nigeria, and a French, whatever they call it. So that's the picture. So I cannot be happy or say I'm a patriotic Nigerian. Never. I'm a patriotic Yoruba man first and foremost. And sadly, from Nigeria. Even Bishop Gomanso, but only where are you from? Say I'm Yoruba man from Nigeria. They asked me, am I Nigerian? I said, no, I'm not Nigerian. If there was a Nigeria, then there would be a language called Nigerian. I hope you all agree with me. Think about it. When you go to England, you speak English. When you go to France, you speak the French. You go to Germany, the Germans. Italy, the Italians, and so on and so forth. Kosovo, the Kosovars. Croatia, the Croatians, and all that. But Nigeria, what is it? Adebayo Faleti said it many years back in Radio Wire. You know what? It's late now. A very good Yoruba leader. Ìyẹn ló máa ń dùn pé tí bá ń gbọ́ tí àwọn tó ń ka èdè Yorùbá ní rédíò tó ń sọ pé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. It aches my mind. I always switch it off because tẹ́ bá jókòó tẹ́ bá ronú ẹ̀ kí ló ń jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè. Àwọn tó ń sọ èdè kan náà tó ń wá láti orísun kan náà from a common origin. Birth and death celebrations is unique to them. Language can vary from Ìjẹ̀bú, Ẹ̀gbá, but ìkan náà ni wọ́n. They do things the same way. Can we equate that with the Igbos? Even ijó wa, okay, gbogbo wọ́n ti bastardize aṣọ wa, ìborùn, ìgèlè, ìró. kálukú ń ṣe tiẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì rẹ̀ rí wọn tán wọ agbádá wọn wá dé fìlà ìbò sí. Sorry, that's the fact. We are not the same people. We cannot say we are united. We are never. We are deceiving ourselves. Mo sọ fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó wà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ní òkè ìgbà tí Yar'Adua ni mo ti sọ. Mo ní ìgboro èyí tó ń sọ àyè ìtọ́. When it got back to Asoro, he will speak Fulani or Fula language to his people. The rest of you will be dumbfounded. That is it. Torí nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn mi sí ni pé moving forward ní 1953 ìgbà tán ṣèpàdé pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe constitution láti decide the future of Nigeria. The Secretary of State at the time, Olootu, said to them, it's the presence of the British that is keeping Nigeria together, or that's keeping all of you together. That's a summary of it. So, àbọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ fún ọmọlúwàbí. If we leave, are you going to retain that territory? Balewa came with a prepared document stating clearly that they don't want Nigeria to stay, that they want an independent north, and the only connection with us would just be common services like general road connection, railway, and not a common army. Everybody must have his own army and police. That was the position of Balewa. But our answer, Babawani, just give us independence. When we get home, we shall solve the little details later. I'm summarizing. Dikidite, Robert Sensor on theoretical aspect of humanity, friendship, understanding. Does that make countries? It doesn't. You see, we've been dabbling through the ignorance of creation. We shouldn't. At the level of intellectual attainment of most Yorubas, we should always sit back, even after our drink, to think about, is this right? At some point, we were developing rapidly. Look at 1952, after the elections of 51, 52. The British administrators, colonial masters, gave each region 2 million. And and also a provisional budget to run. The West took its own budget and examined it and found that they could not give any scholarship to anyone. They reviewed it under the auspices of Awolowo and the chairman Ajasin of that education committee. And they now found that they could give out 200 scholarships and even start the process of free education and free health service for the people. Let me give you a related example of how these things came about. 1948, after the Second World War, Britain was poor. They had virtually nothing. It was, most of the place was in rumbles and the people were suffering. What did the government do? They organized and introduced free health and free education to remove the pain of development from the people, freeing them for ability to think, to create wealth. What are we doing? And they started repositioning critical infrastructures, roads, railways, and all that, that gave employment for thousands and millions of people. What do we have in Nigeria? Yet Awolowo tried his best. He was a great man. He gave us the best in Western region under the auspices of the British. But one thing was missing. He did not assure the future of the Yoruba race. He thought that using the umbrella of Pan-Africanism, he could extend what he has been doing in Yoruba land into other land. He did not ask himself, báwo lòun ṣe fẹ́ bá wọn sọ? Ṣé èdè Ìgbò tí gbogbo wọn ò gbọ́ ni? Èdè Yorùbá ló máa sọ. And again, he did not sit down to think. I'm not blaming him. He was a great man, I tell you. And that's why I'm very happy, because we had this free health service. I still have some of the marks on my hands. I can show you. He provided through his ability to run a government properly for the people, not a government where you have Thomas Boko, Thomas Toebe, Owusa Bearamo, Paris, Oloye, billionaire. Where did you get the billions? Let's forget that for the time. That is what we will reject in a new Yoruba sovereign nation. We want to work with the people so that right from the villages, there will be no need for villagers to run to the city. We will make them so livable with electricity, water supply, and good roads, and even railway connections, and roads connecting to railways where there are no railways connecting to those towns. That's how you build new nations. These are the plans we have on the ground. With, if I may say on the sideline, I spoke to Baba Professor before I came on, that I was going to be with you. And he said I should say greetings from him. So we find that when Oliver Newton said that, our people messed it up. 1960, before 1964, 57, we were given a chance to leave. But our leadership felt that Nigeria was too important. 1957. That's the second time. I'm sorry, I have one of my great masters here, Afolabi. Some of you must have heard of him. We have been on program together way back September 26, year 2000. At some point, maybe in another program, we will feature with Prof and myself, because we need to explain the reason why we have to have a new Yoruba nation. Forget about the fact that whatever he achieves does not solve the problem and the pain of the pain of the Yoruba race. The pain is immense, and that is why millions of us are outside and succeeding, but not able to succeed back home. Because when you get home, you'll be providing your electricity, you'll be providing your water, you'll be providing your health service, and those of your relations who do not have before you got home have died because they don't have enough money to go to the hospital for common tablets, because it's not free. I think 1964 or 1962, to be clear. Before 1962, there was already a groundswell to destroy Western region. But some of us, our elders, were happy that, yes, they are going to get rid of him. How, for those of you who are lawyers, they talk about treasonable felony. And one of the so-called undefined evidence was that there were cutlasses planted in the four corners of Nigeria, in Nigeria. I want to Àdámọ́lẹ̀ tán máa fi gba Nigeria. Ṣé nothing gba Nigeria, where you have tanks and machine guns. What an offense did Awolowo commit? All the reason behind it is to destroy the development of Western Nigeria. Ìyẹn ò tún tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn. Gradually, Kanji Dam started to be developed. At some point, Ijora Power Station, some of you know, was powered by coal, and it was changed to oil later, before 1969, because it was one of the things we did a study on as students. And we went to Kanji Dam too. And Chief Laguju was the chairman of NDA, not Defense Academy, Niger Dams Authority, as it was called then, said that immediately this 960 megawatts of electricity is pumped out from the Kanji Dam, they will close down the 340 megawatts in Ijora Power Station. Is that a sense of development? There was nothing wrong with Ijora Power Station. It was no longer using coal. Why did they close it down? Because it's in the south. Because the Yoruba people are developing too rapidly. But people did not see this. Rather, some of our elders were busy going to Yoruba tennis club. I challenged some of them. Island Club, Olootu, while these people are gradually removing the power to develop. Look at the environment. Some of you must have seen the picture of flooding everywhere. I explained that. It's very imperative that now we should stand up and call for the dissolution of that country. It's not just pay your ban law. The country has to be dissolved. So that each, like I told Dubai, that so that each component will now start to develop according to its own power, its own wisdom, its own whether religion, and its own way of life. In fact, one Northerner said the same thing in year 2014, which unfortunately a Yoruba man opposed it. He said, let us go our separate way. We are all deceiving ourselves so that we can start developing according to our wishes. In that conference, go back to that conference. It was a Yoruba man who stopped him. Say, we have come here to talk about how we are going to work together. Work together. Say, work together. So you won't buy don't balcony. You see, when I see the face of Oshaibo, I feel sad that we cannot understand that this man represents as an embodiment of the soul of our people, that we should be free. Yes, some people lambasting. And to babu bura ẹni. And to babu bura ẹni. Because it's like òun bú ọmọ Yorùbá, ìwọ dẹ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, ààrẹ ló ń bú. And gbogbo ìpè tá à ń ṣe fúnra wa. It's unnecessary because the moment you utter it, you are altering it and hurting yourself. And to ṣépè fún ò bother. So why do we do that? It's an unproductive activity. You should not be doing that. Ó yẹ ká fara mọ́ra. Èèyàn mi ní gbogbo yín. That's the point. Gbogbo yín náà lèèyàn mi. So how do we get this message across? It's not about just preaching love. It's about understanding the fact that we have a common source, a common orísun. A gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ àwọn òyìnbó, a lot of òyìnbó tó mọ̀ wá, wọ́n kérora pé kí ló ń ṣe àwọn ará bíbá ẹ̀. Káàrò bó yẹ kán ti wá. Some people, àwọn òyìnbó míì ti sọ pé ìgbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ tá à ń ṣe kí ni it's about time these people leave that country called Nigeria. It's about time, they said. But are we ready? Do we understand the reason for us to go? That is the point. And clearly, some of the things we can sell to our people are going to be part of the agenda that is being written. I'm not going to say all this now, because when it comes to this type of forum, we will not be able to say exactly the strategies of how we are going to go. It's all now being collated. The prof knows about it. And some of I like the way Canada has organized itself. They call themselves a coordinating group for the land. It is not about a mini chairman, a mini president. No, it's about understanding that we want to work together. And that's why I love you all. We need to work together. And I'm with you anytime you wish. And that was 1964 before the coup. One Northerner wrote, I will send the document to you, sir. So it's good. Wrote to the pilot newspaper that you Yorubas, you are so educated, you are brilliant, but you are stupid. He wrote it in the paper. That we've pocketed all your brains. We are using you the way we like. And now we are building the railway from Bauchi to Maiduguri, and we will extend it to Khartoum. It's in the paper of 1964. And when it gets to Khartoum, all our goods and services will be directed towards the Northeast Corridor to Cairo for export, and forget about Lagos, because we don't respect. And he concluded that then we can now succeed if we like. When they have concluded, if you look at the map of Nigeria, the old map of Nigeria and the railway, there was no railway to Maiduguri before. And before my Baliwa Metro, and there was supposed to be a railway from Ibadan to Ife, Ilesha, Efalaye, on to Akure and all that, to Benin, and that was in the National Development Project from 1950s. Baliwa did not, he never even remember that. He went and built the one that was for their own purpose. But they don't regard themselves as Nigerians, if you don't know. They don't call themselves Nigerians. They always say we are from the north and that we are landlocked. Some of you do know this. But let me say the last one, because I know there's so much to say that, because I don't want to take too much. I know I've said that. So that railway in the south was never built. It was supposed to end in the corridors of Cameroon. There was money for it, but who can say where that money has gone? No one. A lot of projects. The Lagos sewage system, there's money voted for it under Balewa. Where is it? And that is why this disease is so rampant in Lagos, because you are perforating Lagos. Lagos is the, and that's why houses are falling down. Stop them.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá, ẹ kú òun láti àtàárọ̀, ẹ rí torí tí a bá ní kí tá bá fínlẹ̀ mọ̀ pé títí tílẹ̀ ó fi ṣú, ilẹ̀ ó tún mọ́, ibẹ̀ náà ni a sì wà tí a ní kúrò ńbẹ̀ rárá tọ́. A fi àdúpẹ́ yìí, a fi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, ipò Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ó bá wa fún yín ní ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye, ó sì jẹ́ ká rí yín ní àgbàlagbà tó jẹ́ wípé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìran ẹ̀ tọkàntọkàn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mélòó àwọn àgbàlagbà ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé wọn ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú wọn dépòdépò tí wọn ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni. Ṣùgbọ́n bàbá, a rí yín lágbàlagbà, ẹ sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìran yín sì jẹ́ yín lógún lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Eléyìí a máa dùn mọ́ mi lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ pé a ní bàbá kan, bàbá àrà tí ó mọ iye ọmọ, òun náà ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá. Má fi àsìkò yìí, má fi pé bàbá Chris, torí pé Yorùbá wọn ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìbéèrè òun náà ló wà nílẹ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn tí wọn yóò bí yín lérè lónìí. Àmọ́ má pé bàbá wa Chris pé kí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa pe àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n bá ti náwó fún ìbéèrè. Ẹ wá dákun ẹ jọ̀ọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè tí wọn yóò máa pè, tí bàbá Chris àti wọn máa pè, dákun ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí t'Ọlọ́run, ẹ jẹ́ kí ìbéèrè yín ẹ jẹ́ kó mọ ní ṣókí, bóyá ìṣẹ́jú kọ̀ọ̀kan, torí mo rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọwọ́ òun náà ni ó ti ni ó ti wà ńlẹ̀. Àwa Chris Akíngbadé ó kàn yín báyìí pé kí ẹ pé àwọn tí wọ́n.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, mo kí gbogbo ilé, mo kí àwọn bàbá wa fún ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ti ń bá wa sọ láti ẹ̀kan. Ẹ ṣé sà, lákàyè yín Ọlọ́run ò ní gbà lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ máa pọ̀ sí ní lágbára náà. Ẹ ṣé sà. Fún gbogbo àwa tí ó ti mọ ètò wa, a máa ń fàyè gba ìbéèrè. Ìbéèrè kan máa ń wá láti inú ilé torí àwọn kan ti fi ìbéèrè ránṣẹ́ sí wa tẹ́lẹ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́n ti rí flyer, tí wọ́n ti rí pé ètò tá fẹ́ ṣe ni, wọ́n ti fi ìbéèrè ránṣẹ́. A máa fi àyè gba àwọn èèyàn wa láti inú ilé láti kọ́ béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè tí wọ́n ti fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa. Then a máa wá fi àyè gba àwọn èèyàn láti ìta láti wá béèrè ìbéèrè wọn. Àwọn náà tó dẹ̀ ń wò wá lórí YouTube, tó ń wò wá lórí channels àwọn èèyàn wa, tó ń bá fẹ́ call in, bóyá bàbá wọn borí owó máa sọ ibi tán lè call in sí ni, ní ibi tí wọ́n lè fi wọlé sí orí ètò yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó tá bá ti gba àwọn ìbéèrè tó wà ńlẹ̀ tán, àwọn tó bá nawọ́ sókè lórí bí, a fàyè gbà wọ́n náà láti béèrè ìbéèrè wọn. So ká bọ́ sí ti ìbéèrè tí a ti rí ńlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Bàbá Olúwalànà, ẹ bá wa pé àwọn tí ó máa béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè wọ̀nyí. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ok, ẹ ṣeun sà. Mo fi àsìkò kí bàbá wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá. Inú wa dùn pé a pè yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ wa. Iṣẹ́ ìlú lẹ́ ń ṣe, yóò dẹ̀ ju yín ṣe.
Ẹ̀yin wa tí ẹ ti ń wò wá látàárọ̀ kó tó di pé bàbá wa Chris Akíngbadé yóò máa pe àwọn tí wọ́n yóò máa fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìbéèrè. Bàbá wa tí wọ́n ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ látàárọ̀, lẹ́rẹ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
So ó dà ní pé bàbá
méjì náà ni mo rọ wọn lókè níbi àwọn méjì péré.
No, máa pe àwọn tó wà nínú ilé.
Bàbá wọn borí wọn máa pe àwọn tó ní ìbéèrè tó wà nílẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni, ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi sá?
Èmi ń gbọ́ yín, à ń gbọ́ yín.
Ok. Na ìbéèrè táwa ní nínú ilé láti inú ilé, àwọn mẹ́ta pé ló máa
sáré. Bóyá kí èmi kí n ràn yín lọ́wọ́ torí kó dàbí ẹni pé máìkì yín ò sọ̀rọ̀ dáa, ó ń skip sà tí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ wa.
Bàbá wọn borí owó à ń gbọ́.
Máìkì yín sí bóyá kí n kọ́kọ́ bóyá kí n ràn láti bá ń pè ní àkọ́kọ́
wọ́n fẹ́ pé
wọ́n ti pẹ́ ṣáájú kí mi
bàbá wa John ní sọmọ borí owó gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ.
Ó náà ní Sam Ọlá
sọmọ borí owó
Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn.
Wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa náà.
Bàbá wọn borí owó wọ́n dà ń pé mute I'm sorry Bluetooth ló ń.
Bàbá wa Chris. Bóyá kí n ràn yín lọ́wọ́ láti bí.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pè wọ́n, máa pè wọ́n lórí fóònù.
Kẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi.
Ẹ̀yin àwa ń gbọ́ yín ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin ò gbọ́ wa.
A gbọ́ yín dáadáa sà. A gbọ́ yín bóyá máìkì yẹn yẹ máìkì yẹn wò.
Ẹ̀yin ló dàbí pé bó ṣe
ẹ̀yin nìkan lè gbọ́ Bluetooth nìyẹn.
Báwọn borí owó wọ́n ti ń pe àwọn tó fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè tó ti wà ńlẹ̀. Ó ní wọ́n ń pè ń sìn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n pe àwọn yẹn tán dẹ̀ náà wá pe àwọn tó nawọ́ sókè ń bí. Then àwọn tó wà ń ta tó fẹ́ pè látòrí tó ń wò látòrí YouTube bí wọ́n ṣe lè kọ́lì ẹ máa fi nọ́mbà yẹn ránṣẹ́. Ẹ ṣe bàbá Olúwalànà ẹ continue.
So gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe gáfárà fún wa o. Kíní àwọn ẹ̀rọ tí wọ́n fi ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló dà pé ló ní fault. So ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ Ìyáàfin Ọlátúnjí. Wọ́n á béèrè ìbéèrè yẹn ó ti wà nínú ilé tẹ́lẹ̀ ìṣẹ́jú kan. Tí wọ́n á béèrè ìbéèrè wọn tán, màmá wa Beatrice olówó òkèrè wọ́n á béèrè ìbéèrè tiwọn náà. Lẹ́yìn náà alàgbà Isaac Ajéìgbé àwọn náà béèrè ìbéèrè. Àwọn àgbà padà sọ́dọ̀ bàbá ọmọ borí owó láti pe àwọn tí wọ́n ti nawọ́ sókè. So Ìyáàfin Ọlátúnjí.
Ẹ ṣeun sà. Bàbá inú wa dùn láti rí yín o. Mo láàní lot lénìí. Mi fi bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa but màá sọ gàtàgàtà bí bá ṣe lè sọ. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn kan ti jókòó wọ́n ti sọ wípé a fẹ́ gba ilẹ̀ wa but kí la máa fi bọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa agricultural kíni wa ṣé ó wà in place àti wípé ọrọ̀ ajé wa ń kọ́ àti like wọ́n wà afraid pé a ní nǹkan tá máa fi bọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa tá bá yapa kúrò ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Ẹni tí mo rẹ́.
Yes sir.
Ìbéèrè ẹ náà dáa ó dáa torí nǹkan tí mo fi rẹ́rìn ni pé àbúrò mi kan mo ti bá sọ kíní ẹ̀ ní ó ti pẹ́ ló bá ní tá bá ti apágbó láti máa rí tòmátì àtàtà mo ní first of all Èkó tó wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́ bá mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní railway ìdọ̀gọ̀ tẹ́ bá lọ sí Abẹ́òkúta on the left ni after tí wọ́n bá ti kọjá ọ̀tà ní railway yẹn ti yà ṣẹ́jú gbogbo oko tó wà ń bẹ̀ títí dé bọ́dà Benin is the most fertile agricultural land for fresh fruits and vegetables. Every day ni railway ìdọ̀gọ̀ máa ń gbéra wá sí Èkó láàárọ̀ kù láti já àwọn fresh fruits and vegetables in those days. That's just one. Now, Western region develop agricultural centers káàkiri with the help of the Israelis, farm settlements in every district council area. Oúnjẹ pọ̀ jaburata. The sites are still there. All we need to do is to wake them up and then redirect our youths to in their localities. Well, even if you are going to school, you must have a plot of land that you retire to after Ilewe. And activities, including the setting up of a mini hydro system. Àwọn ọmọ Ilewe ló máa bá wa monitor how well they are performing in their own local government, because almost every local government will have a mini hydro system. It's possible, it's doable. Ọlọ́run fún wa ní àwọn odò tó kàn ṣàn dànù sí òkun tó ń flood wa. Why don't we harness them? And it's not very difficult. Under 9 months, all these things will be in place and we start developing them. And by the grace of God, I've gone to learn how to, in Edinburgh, how to build mini hydro systems. And I've gone to learn how to build clay bricks with agricultural waste in East Africa. So I'm equipped to teaching younger ones those things I know. Not only that, even road construction. And then we already plan how we're going to be constructing our roads. We have to develop our quarry industry so that we use it to foundation our roads. And we also make roads in wet areas. We do them on rafts, not on the soil. A máa gbé sókè bí bridge kékeré so that òjòkójò tó bá rọ̀ kò ní gbé títì lọ. It is done in the wet areas of China. That's what they did, and that was what I thought. Gbà tí mo lọ sílé ńgbà kan tí mo rí ọ̀nà Ifẹ̀ Ìbàdàn tí mo rí pé omi àkùrọ̀ bo ẹ̀gbẹ́ títì kan, for God's sake, why would you build a road this way? Why not raise it up? It's not rocket science. It's there. Our youths are there. We don't even need to invite Chinese. Chinese lọ bá Ọlọ́run kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe railway wọn ni. They taught their children in the schools. Ṣebí recently làwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ free education nígbà táwa ti pa tiwa dànù. They started there recently after we killed our own. So we have to go back and reinvent our free health and free education. So, and there's so much land and food available in our land. I'll tell you, my stepfather has a large farm around us. I won't say, like I said, I'm not going to tell you the town. It's so large that you need to have either a motorcycle or a bicycle. A bicycle will take you through half of the 1/4 of the farmland in a day. So, and there are many farmlands like that. She studied. Sela Kureni, even Ibadan, Olokemeji, that has been abandoned, and many other places. Then the cashew nuts and guava farms, Towalono, Erua, Kini, and then the Igbo area, you have this thing, rice cultivation, Kini, Kiloruko, Amon just that area, Igboho, Kishi, Ibarapa is southwards. I'm talking of the northern part bordering on Kwara State or Ilorin. All those areas, very fertile land for us. And that is one thing tí àwọn Fulani sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gbà. And they did, of course, another topic I would tell you the reason why they want to take over our land. I will explain that on another topic, another time. That is, if you want me to come to add more to, because it's just 1/4 of what I should have talked about most of, because I just summarized a few of the things. So we have enough land for our farm. We have enough. Àwọn odò gbọ́ nípa tí ní kí lorúkọ àṣejìrẹ́ tí overflow. Having said to those in power, look, àṣejìrẹ́ should be raised up, and if possible, add turbines to generate electricity so that it will pump itself to the city, rather than going to buy fuel to pump it. Wastage. You can't have a dam and then you are buying fuel to pump the water there. It's the most ridiculous thing that Nigeria does, because Timbermans of the federal government will stop development as in the right way. Want to install the power distance there. Tell it Woodan when they were building Ashejire. You see, we will go in control of our development in all the rivers. So we now recreate our river basins, and also redirecting water into our reservoirs where the water will be processed and passed into the cities. Stop boreholing. It's the most ridiculous thing we are doing to ourselves. So we have more, even more than enough. We'll be able to export. If I export on the cocoa, oil palm, and then banana was left for the Cameroons. Banana. We could export one structure out by the colonial time. Cameroon come and export banana. We had bananas and plantain, and you know how much and what we can do with plantain nowadays. So I will stop there. Anybody who is scared of the future of feeding, I should not be scared. We have more than enough to feed ourselves.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mommy Olówó Kéré, ìbéèrè yín o.
Ẹ ṣeun sà. Mo dúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá. Ẹ kú ohùn, ẹ sì kú ọgbọ́n. Ọgbọ́n náà ò ní pamọ́ yín lára. Olúwa túbọ̀ máa dúró tì yín. Number one, question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè súnmọ́ nǹkan tí arábìnrin mi béèrè. Mo try láti dádà àwọn nǹkan táwọn lọ́wọ́ ṣe tó jẹ́ pé táwọn èèyàn bá jáde school wọ́n máa ríṣẹ́ immediately. It's about 40. Mo mọ̀ pé ó pọ̀ jù yẹn lọ o, like Fáṣọlá tán ti ń ṣe màálù nígbà yẹn, kì í jẹ́ ṣerú màálù táwọn Haúsá ń kó kiri yìí. Then Odùduwà textile industry ó wà Ládó. Palm kìíní kan wà ní Òkìtìpupa. Rọ́bà estate tó ń fi ṣe Odùtọ́lá táyà ó wà ní area Òkìtìpupa Rárọ̀mí rọ́bà estate. Gbogbo kìíní wọ̀nyẹn sà, it's about, mi ò fẹ́ máa ká kí máa, it's about 40 tí mo kọ síbí yìí. Mo lè send ẹ̀ sórí kìíní káwọn èèyàn ó rí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó dá bẹ́ẹ̀.
Torí náà, nǹkan advice ni mo fẹ́ sọ. Tí Nàìjíríà ò bá lọ síwájú, tá ò dẹ̀ sí tọ́lọ́run tí ì ṣí ọ̀nà tó tọ́lọ́run bá ṣílẹ̀kùn kan kò sẹ́dà kan tó lè tì. Tá ò bá lọ síwájú, kí ló dé táwọn state wa mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà tó ò máa lọ síwájú pẹ̀lú kíní tí Awólọ́wọ̀ ti ṣe sílẹ̀ yìí, kó lọ resuscitate ẹ̀, kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa ṣiṣẹ́. Owó 88,000 tán ni wọ́n fẹ́ máa fún wọn palliative. Kí ló dé tán ò pápọ̀ kan fi ṣe gbogbo bí 40 items àwọn farm settlement àṣejìrè gbogbo wọn tí Awólọ́wọ̀ ti ṣe tàbí ò lè máa ka ẹ̀ mọ́ tù mí lọ. Kí ló dé tán kán pe ọba, kán pe gbogbo àwọn political appointees, senators, àwọn house of rep, anybody tó bá ṣàn ṣe politics pẹ̀lú ọba wọ́n jẹ́ kán ṣèpàdé a lè máa lọ síwájú káwọn wọ̀nyẹn kán máa dán àgbo rẹ̀ yìí ní tiwọn ìyẹn gan-an ni mo fẹ́ kí bàbá wa bá ṣe lè ṣe káwa máa ní ìlọsíwájú lọ òtítọ́ lọ́n bá lànà fún wa ẹ ṣe sà.
ẹ ṣe rí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ká lẹ́yìn ó pọ̀ jù yẹn lọ náà but ó dáa ká mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ tó dé ibi ò lè padà Yorùbá nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn ìjọba tó wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn tọ́lá ń jẹ́ politician wọn ronú lọ́bẹ̀ and àwọn individuals tó ń fẹ́ resuscitate wọn ò jẹ́ kán fọwọ́ kàn wọn ní government property ni even tí wọ́n bá tiraka pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe government àwa fẹ́ tà fún wọn ní owó gọbíọ. In civilized countries any abandoned government project téèyàn bá máa tún ṣe 1 penny náà ní kò san because they know it's going to invest a lot there and it's going to employ a lot of people and remove a lot of people from the job market. But we don't have a government in Africa, particularly Nigeria. Government tó ń kọ ebè sábẹ́ ara ẹ̀ ni. Ó yé yín náà. So a máa kọ́lẹ̀ and that is why mo believe pé a gbọ́dọ̀ tiraka mọ́ ká dé the stage tí before the end of this ọmọ wa Yashe, before the end of his term, we should have got to a level whereby if we are able to achieve 80% awareness amongst our people, okay, look, our future lies in our hands, not in the hands of the federal government. Then we will be able to call for an international, I would not want to say all those details now. There is very clear picture of our being able to live before the end of 4 years. Because we need, just like the Prof. Bami saw, Kinto Wasi Itoi. We have to work hard. We don't have to make noise. We have to have a blueprint and an agenda, prophesying, mentioning gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yìí. Pé ẹ wo gbogbo eléyìí tábà bẹ̀ sí ṣe àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń rìn rẹ́gbẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ̀ káàkiri àtàwọn ọmọge àtàwọn boys tó ń ṣàṣẹ́wó tó ń jalè káàkiri. There's so much work for them that àwa máa tún máa pe àwọn ìlòmíì láti òkèèrè pé ẹ jẹ́ wá bá a ṣiṣẹ́ yìí. So that's a fact. We need to work hard. We need to even get a collation of more of these things. Tá a máa fi hàn àwọn èèyàn wa nílé. Lára àwọn torí mò ń wo iṣẹ́ kan tán ló ń try láti ṣe lólókè méjì ní àná. Pé wọ́n try láti gbin àwọn igi síbẹ̀ tó rántí destroy because there was no government control over that forest land. Kì í dẹ̀ ṣe trees nìkan ló wà ńbẹ̀. Àwọn vegetables, àwọn èso bíi guava, bíi cashew nuts, gbogbo ẹ̀ ni àwọn ìbò ti gbìn síbẹ̀ so that we can replicate these things and expand on it. But what happened from 1962? It all died. So ọ̀rọ̀ 1962 tí mo mention, ìgbà yẹn ni gbogbo nǹkan ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọlẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìlú yẹn ti kú, a ṣì ń ronú bá ṣe máa sìn, a dẹ̀ ṣì ń gbé gẹ́gẹ́ kí ni mọ́ṣúárì wo la máa tún gbé sí lọ́dún yìí. That's the meaning of our various elections to me. And gbé ìlú ilé yẹn from one mọ́ṣúárì to the other, from one election to the other. It was a military attempt until we bury it finally.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Now, màá pe bàbá wa Isaac Agégbé tí wọ́n bá wà níkàlẹ̀ láti béèrè ìbéèrè wọn.
Mo wà níkàlẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa, a kí n káàbọ̀, a sì kú atótónu, Ọlọ́run máa fún yín ṣe. Ṣé rí number one, ṣé rí tí mo bá ti ń rí irú yín tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀, tẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ kalẹ̀ pẹ̀lú facts and figure. So inú mi máa ń dùn pé mo tiẹ̀ belongs to Yorùbá gan. That's number one.
Ẹ
Now,
ṣé.
question tí mo fẹ́ Ọlọ́run túbọ̀ máa fún yín làákàyè yóò sì ní dògún lágbára Ọlọ́run á sì máa rí yín bá. Iwájú náà pẹ́ẹ́bì tí rí sí iwájú lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lọ. Iwájú ni Yorùbá nation náà yóò sì máa lọ. Ọlọ́run sì Ọlọ́run fẹsẹ̀ Yorùbá nation yóò fi múlẹ̀ kankan lágbára Ọlọ́run. Now, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ kan láti ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni mo ti fẹ́ mọ̀rọ̀ sọ. Mi mọ̀ bóyá ẹ sọ pé ẹnìkan ló sọ ni ọ̀ bóyá ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti kọ́ nú ìwé tí tẹ́ ẹ kọ pé wọ́n sọ pé Yorùbás are brilliant but stupid. Ẹ wo ṣe rí that statement yẹn in fact oró gbọ́n lára mi bí èpè yẹn gún yẹn lábẹ́rẹ́ ni pé bóò la ṣe lè combine stupidity mọ́ brilliancy. So ó yẹ kí àjọ tó ní rònú ló yẹ ká pè gbogbo apárápátá kò sẹ́ni tí ò bá wí. Now, question tí wọ́n á fẹ́ béèrè ó relate mọ́ statement yín yẹn n tẹ́ wá rí tí wọ́n fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣeé ṣe kẹ́ ẹ tàmọ́lẹ̀ sí fèmí kémi ò lè mọ̀ kémi ò lè gbé kalẹ̀ fáwọn míì tí wọ́n sọ pé Yorùbá kan bákan kankan. Now, àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé a máa gbé Yorùbá nation sókè àwọn ọmọ fà á lẹ̀. Ẹ dákun ọ̀nà wo la fi lè dẹ́kun àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí àwọn agbẹ̀yìnbẹ̀bọjẹ́ tó ń wà láàrin wa wọ́n ń fọwọ́ aago wá sẹ́yìn ọ̀nà wo la fẹ́ gbà torí wọ́n sọ pé experience is the best teacher. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ là wá lóye. Ẹ ṣé.
Àkọ́kọ́ àní bínú ni nǹkan tí èmi máa ń sábà sọ fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ torí mo ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó wà ní ipò yẹn nígbà kan bọ̀ nísìnyí àwọn gan-an ń pariwo Yorùbá nation torí mi ò bú wọn. Wọ́n ti máa sọ pé kọ́lọ́run Olódùmarè torí mo mọ̀ pé ìyẹn wà lára ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa. Kọ́lọ́run Olódùmarè má jẹ́ ó pẹ́ kó tó yé yín. Ẹni sọ jù yẹn lọ. And again, a máa rí àwọn tó máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣèbí nígbà táwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì ń lọ sí tán kúrò ní Egypt. Ṣèbí àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ làwọn fẹ́ padà sí Egypt. Wọ́n ká ní bínú. Àní bínú ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìbínú yẹn gan-an wà lára nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Ká má bínú. Torí ká àbá bínú. Ètùmọ̀ á gbè wá. Á jẹ́ kí nǹkan tá à ń rò tètè lè ṣe. Torí kò sẹ́ni tó lè tọ́jú ìbínú. Ìbínú ń pààyàn ni. Torí ẹni tẹ́ ń bínú sí kò ní mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń bínú sóun. Gbogbo ara yín á dẹ̀ máa gbóná. Ìbò ń pè ní pé adrenaline máa ń wá sókè fúnfún and destroy you gradually. Àwọn bàbá wa náà mọ̀ má bínú torí inú fùfù ò dáa. Bàbá máa ń sọ wọ́n mọ sáyẹ́ǹsì gan-an. Àwọn bàbá wa tẹ̀rù bí wọ́n kàwé ìbò yẹn. Wọ́n mọ sáyẹ́ǹsì gan-an. Torí bí ṣe máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Ní bí ṣe ń dàgbà bọ̀ mi ò ever pẹ́ tí ò lọ sí ilé ìwé ní literature. Máa ń lọ kọ́ ìmọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni. Torí nǹkan tí mo kọ́ tèdè ìbò ni ti ìbílẹ̀ àwọn náà ní lọ́wọ́. Bàbá yẹn báwo ló ṣe máa pè nìkan ní literature torí pé kò ka èdè ìbò. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kó má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọgbọ́n wà lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí ò ka èdè ìbò. Tá bá farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ tiwọn. And that's the way I want our new Yoruba nation to grow. Because it's going to be beautiful if we can start to reason backwards to see that even in tó ń ṣe mákàmákà, ìkan náà ni wà bí tá a ti jẹ́ kan náà ni torí a mọ orísun kan láti wà. Tá a mọ bá ṣe máa mú wọn. Ìgbà tán bá rí pé ẹ̀ náà ò bá wọn bínú tẹ ẹ bá wọn pàkúta ọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n á jókòó wọ́n á rò pé kí ni òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ náà sọ. Máa ṣe àwọn fúnra wọn máa sọ pé kí ni tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ ọjọ́ sí yẹn kọ́ báwo la ṣe máa ṣe sí. They will call. I've had many people who have done that to me. The guy, don't talk to me. Thank you. Years later. Lexi, that's my our boys. Nǹkan tó sọ jẹ́ yẹn, mo ṣe ronú sí mi o. Thank you. Torí mo sọ fún pé Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè máa jọ pẹ́ kó tó yẹ. It's struck the sense. Kì í ṣe ọmọ Olódùmarè ni. So,
àwọn ìbéèrè mẹ́ta tó wà nílẹ̀ òun láti béèrè yẹn. Mi ò bóyá bàbá ọmọborí owó sì wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn kan ti náwó sókè. Ká gba àwọn ìbéèrè tó wà nínú ilé tí wọ́n ti náwó sókè báyìí.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, mo wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ní akọ́dọ̀ mi ń bí àwọn èèyàn kan ń dúpẹ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ pé àwọn dúpẹ́ pé irú yín pé ẹ ṣì wà ní ìdí struggle yìí. Ìbéèrè kan sọ tí ẹnìkan béèrè bí ni ó ní kí n bí ń léèrè pé bàbá pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ sọ kalẹ̀ yìí pé ṣé ẹ sì lérò pé Yorùbá nation ó ṣe é ṣe. Ìbéèrè tí wọ́n ní kí n bí nù nítorí pé tẹ́ ẹ bá wò ó ẹ wo ọjọ́ tẹ́ ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ wo ìgbà tí bàbá yín ti sọ fún yín ẹ wo bí táwọn náà ti bá bọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú ìgboyà àti fífipá múni orílẹ̀-èdè àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣèjọba Nàìjíríà yìí pé ṣe é ṣe rò wípé Yorùbá nation yóò ṣe é ṣe.
A ṣe é ṣe. A ṣe é ṣe gbáyìn-gbáyìn, if I want to say that. Reason ni pé tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí torí mo máa ń bá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ pé àwọn wọ́n ṣe ìjàngbara tí máa ń sọ fún pé ìjàngbara kọ́ ni kíni to call for the dissolution. Báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe é ṣe? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa ń lé mi ò mọ ìdí abájọ nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀. Bí ètí madam sọ pé àwọn ní lìsìn tá a bá tún wá fi kún a wá jẹ́ part of our pamphleteering. Ṣé rí àwọn ìlú wà káàkiri àgbáyé ọ̀rọ̀ náà fi gbára wọn lẹ̀ kì í ṣèbọn. But at the same time wọ́n máa múra wọ́n máa ní àwọn kan wọn ní sọ síta pé àwọn ní ọmọ ológun but ọ̀rọ̀ náà máa gbé síwájú wọ́n á bẹ̀ sí pín tákàdá káàkiri and Mr. Adiu tẹ́ ti bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó ti ní network àwọn èèyàn torí mo máa ń bọ̀ náà sọ mo máa ń fún ní àwọn gbólóhùn àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kó fi kún àwọn rẹ̀ because we have to work together torí Yorùbá ń gbogbo wa so ó ti ní àwọn sectors káàkiri gbogbo local government láti Kogi ni o títí dé Èkó gbogbo ilẹ̀ ibi tí wọ́n ti ń sọ Yorùbá àìdíbìn títí kan ilẹ̀ Ṣẹ̀kírì ìyẹn tó gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ní àwọn èèyàn sí tán lè lò láti ibẹ̀ sí pín kínní wọ́n ti pín àwọn material kan gbà pa bóyá 10,000 but that's not enough. My aim is that we should achieve at least 20 million pamphleteering all over the Yoruba land, educating them. Torí mo ti bá ìkan láwọn top diplomats sọ̀rọ̀ tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní Africa and Nigeria, an American diplomat. I may not want to mention his name here. It will be a part of what I will send to the platform and distribute it. He said, the moment the world sees that more than 50% of your people say they no longer want to be part of Nigeria, United Nations will step in and say, we are calling for a referendum in that part of Nigeria. We don't have to take permission from federal government because we are also federal government. When an arm tẹ́ bá gé ọwọ́ kúrò ṣé ọwọ́ ló máa tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tọrọ àyè lọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ yẹn ni. That's you see làákàyè tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ ni a gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gba. No, we are exercising ourselves out and therefore we are going to tell the world that àwa yìí o àfẹ́ ṣe mọ́ ẹ wá bá wa ṣe kíní to confirm pé àti sọ pé a fẹ́ ṣe mọ́. It is not a federal action. It's not even a constitutional action to put that in the constitution. It does not act, because the moment we have more than 50 to 60% of our people rejecting the continuous existence of Nigeria, the moment we are gone. And it has to go through due process. Prof will explain it in details, although we've discussed it in details.
All right.
We have to arrive at that level.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá, agbójẹ ń jà lágbára Ọlọ́run bá yóò jẹ́ kí àárín pẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Yorùbá wọn ní níṣe ló san ọ̀sà tí ọmọ aráyé tí wọn máa ń jẹ́ pé bó bá ṣe wulẹ̀ kí igbó kú dí tó wọn náà gàdé bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn ó sì ká yóò san yín, yóò san ìgbàlẹ̀ yín, yóò san àwọn olè yín, yóò san gbogbo ọmọ tó bá tara jáde àtọmọmọ dọ̀rọ̀ mọ́mọ́ òun náà ni wọn yóò san wọn láṣẹ Elédùmarè ọba. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wò wá ń lé, àwọn èèyàn ti ń ṣe àdúrà fún yín pé bàbá ẹ dàgbà ẹ dògbó, bóyá látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Àròpọ̀ rẹ̀ bóyá ara àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àmọ́ tí ò bá sí níbẹ̀, Yorùbá wọn ni ìgbé àti mú ètò ọ̀hún débi tí a ti máa fi àdàgbé ètò ọ̀hún lọ síbi kan. Nígbà tí màá máa pe bàbá wa Chris pé bàbá wa fún wa ní close remark kí màmá wa báyìí ọ̀dà ọ̀yẹ́ tó máa wà pé
méjì wà lókè nínú àwọn tó wà nínú ilé.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wọn borí owó, àwọn ọwọ́ méjì wà
lókè. Ẹ bá wa pọ̀ méjì tó wà lókè, mo rò pé ti pè wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn àti alàgbà.
Ṣé àwọn tó wà lókè ti sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀?
Wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀.
Alàgbà Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ó yá, ẹ̀yin lẹ́kùn mo rí pé ẹ̀kọ́ náwó tẹ́lẹ̀, so ó yá ẹ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun o bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá.
Inú mi dùn láti mo ti yín o. Inú mi dùn ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń wá yín náà.
Àmì ò sọnù sa, mi ò sọnù rárá mo gbọ́ mi sí.
Mo ò sọnù, ó kàn pamọ́ ni.
Mọ̀jàmọ̀sá ló máa ń kẹ́yìn ogun. Èyí tèmi gbọ́ nìyẹn nínú Yorùbá nation náà ni mo rẹ̀ sí understand it. Anyway, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ lénìí, ẹ sọ ó dẹ̀ wà impressive bí ẹ ṣe gbé kalẹ̀. For a very long time, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí máa ń gbọ́ ó máa ń dàbẹ́ ní pé ká máa wo rear view mirror tàbá ń wa mọ́tò àwòwájú. But a lot of things tẹ́ sọ lénìí ó ń wo iwájú. So bóyá màá sọ pé 60-40, 60% ń wo ẹ̀yìn, 40% ń wo iwájú, which is an improvement. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. However, àwọn kankan wà tó jẹ́ pé mo need pé kẹ́ ronú lé lórí kẹ́ readdress. Ìpìlẹ̀ wa tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ lọ sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀, a ní civilization before àwọn òyìnbó bla 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 nǹkan. Ìbá ti wù mí tó, and I'm speaking personally, kó jẹ́ pé ní principal yìí bá wà lẹ́yìn yín while tẹ́ ń sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ yìí, kó jẹ́ pé bí ẹni pé wọ́n fi òǹtẹ̀ lé. Mo hope ẹ understand nǹkan tí mo ń sọ. Ibi tá a wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí, ó dà yẹn pé disparity pọ̀ in terms of leadership wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ gbé kalẹ̀ lénìí, ó wà encouraging ju rear view mirror culture tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Now, one of the things tẹ́ sọ lénìí, ẹni tí a bá lè reach 80% àwọn èèyàn wa, ká reach àwọn èèyàn wa is one thing, kán gbà is another thing. Kí conviction wà pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation is another thing. But àìsí nìyẹn. Àìsí ní. Unfortunately, principal in Malaysia has sọ fún wa pé 80% of the Yoruba people want to go out of Nigeria. Unfortunately, that sounds very delusional. All reduce ability wa láti look forward, ká dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe, láti garner the right number of people, láti move forward. Kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe, politics is a game of numbers. Yoruba nation, agitation, self-determination, motivation, gbogbo ẹ̀. at the end of the day, politics will always be a game of numbers. One of the biggest problems in anything where most nations don't need to face the social media. Because the group lead Yoruba nation. If they don't have the consensus from the Yoruba people, fall short. So that 80% business, the principal ni man so, elo address e pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ̀yin náà kéré nú àgbà náà. Gbogbo wọn tẹ́ ń sọ lẹ́ni is comforting, is realistic. Gbogbo wọn tẹ́ ń sọ lẹ́ni ó fún wa ní assurance wípé we are going in the right direction. But principal ni ò sọ the same thing now. The next thing, that's why for Emma people I check it for Ejosa. What money momentum check it on. The next thing that's for Lenny. See what the Fiara Balego. Only we mention we pay any grouping. We events of grouping, moment of roadman. We have a big problem for over 3 years. That by in grouping. Ebola or Jogmoa, what I see in grouping. So from that point of view, we are also failing. Any Babawa, I really impressed me, you, but oh sound venue where somebody is not listening to people like you. And they might continue last the problem until Baba surrender, Baba comes to reality, to honesty, to righteousness. Very little less for Lenny to Yakumuli complain. But principal yín tó bá jáde ńgbà míì tó bá sọ nǹkan míì ó máa ń bomi tútù sí ọlọ́kàn ni ṣé omi tútù ló yẹ kéèyàn pè ní ó máa ń cause confusion ni. You can't go out and tell me wípé YSDM they are working for you. No, YSDM is working for the Yoruba people and you are working for the Yoruba people. Ẹ má rò pé ọmọ Yorùbá gbọ́ ni ọmọ Yorùbá ò gbọ́ o. Torí pé wọn lè articulate nǹkan tó ń gbọ́ underestimate wọn. The same thing is going on in Nigeria. Nígbà káwọn Senate tó ń fi wá ṣe ẹ̀yẹ wípé ṣé káwọn gbé ní ìpò lọ́rùn wa ṣé káwọn jẹ́ ká bí. Tinubu jáde lẹ́nu sí pé ìyà ń jẹ wá, we are hungry, we have to manage the hunger. Irú nonsense wo nìyẹn? We need to respect Yoruba people. There's 60 million of us. Some people do not understand that number. 60 million is a big number. 60 million is a lot of life. Baba, tẹ́ bá lọ gbé àpò rice 30 kg. Tẹ́ bá gbé sílẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá máa wá lówó àbọ̀. Tẹ́ bá ka gbogbo rice ẹni kọ̀ọ̀kan, it will amount to 1.5 million. For you to have 60 million, ẹ máa need 40 bags. Ẹyọ kóró rice ẹyọ kan báyìí, Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn lẹ́yọ yẹn. You another one, Baba Kito leyo yen. You another one, Baba wa Alex Ajala leyo yen. We have to put things in perspective. And it's like father. Kama wa bashima lost drawing board. Kama respect that number, the number of souls. We are doing things completely wrong. We are living in the old ages. Social media of the Nigba. Because social media ló jẹ́ kí n máa sọ mind mi fún yín nísìnyí. Social media ló jẹ́ kí n máa sọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ sí, which I completely applaud. But there are other things coming out tó ń fi ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì bá everybody. Ẹ lọ jókòó sórí social media. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa ṣe social media, campaigners, broadcasters, bloggers, ẹ lọ wo numbers wọn in 2020. Ẹ wo numbers wọn in 2022. In 2023. We are losing traction. And we are losing traction because agbe social intelligence take back on our political intelligence. Political intelligence will help wow.
No.
So more understand more read my logic for them to understand what so. And I feel very, very good with Michelle Bayenso, understand. Thank you very much, sir.
Oshegoni, I'm happy to interact with you, Oshegoni, and I hope to continue to. Gbogbo nǹkan tí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn sọ ń sìn, nǹkan ńlá tí ó yẹ ká face ni. Actually, the number we are looking at is between 50, 60, 70. 80 would be a very good one. If 50% to 60% of our people now reject the continuous of existence of it through our blueprint distribution, like Motekun said, people have not been listening to me. Like in 2020, Moti sọ pé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe perfecting. Gbogbo owó tá à ń ná fún other things and rally. And some of the things we did are terribly wrong. Our rally were not intelligent enough. It did not attract other press to come and interview our people. Ṣé ibi tí a ti ń pariwo pé Tinubu kíní Buhari olè kíní kan olè? But it doesn't have any relationship with our quest for this thing. It makes me feel sad. Or fẹ́ ṣe rally kẹ́ máa sọ pé we are going for a mega rally. You don't describe a rally that way when it has not happened. You see, ẹnìkan sọ pé we are intelligent, but we are foolishly intelligent. That's the fact. It's after the rally and you see that there's a great number. So, oh, that rally was great. This can be described as a mega rally. Poster, mega rally. Those are some of the faults that happened from 2020. I kept on talking. And even the flyers did not relate the fact that it was like we were presenting a social reawakeness of Yoruba culture and tradition. It was not about the pursuance of sovereignty, which is the key thing. I kept on saying. And then one of the rallies I attended, I tried to bring some sense to it. And another one I was about to attend when I was hearing all those kind of messages, I went back home. It's not for me, but I prayed for them. And I said to my mind, I will never condemn them. And this is where all of us should sit back. Even what are the things that we can sell to our people at home in terms of the path to the greatness of the Yoruba race? That if we have a Yoruba nation, sovereign nation, this is what we will recreate what Awolowo achieved within 5 years from 1954 to 59. It also means that àwọn Igbo wọ́n kan sára sí Western region ni pé ìgbà yẹn first television, it was built in 3 months. The whole television station and transmitters, 3 months. Àwọn ọmọ wa ló kọ́ kí jẹ́ pé wọ́n lọ invite kíní. They just got some experts who showed the way. And then our boys did it. I don't know why it has become a fashion in Africa for, oh, China ló máa ṣe kíní kan rẹ́rùn gbà mí ìjà pé Germans. When we have boys who are educated to that level, who can do it. So we will showcase this fact to our people. We advertise. We use Professor Fafunwa's language, campaign, with telling campaign fún àwọn èèyàn wa láti gbọ́rọ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́ ṣe lọ́jọ́ iwájú. So the key thing is the campaign to reach to the minds and souls of our people, even the minds of the unborn child. That the mother is just getting pregnant, will be feeling that there's a future for me when I come into the world in Yoruba land. It can be done. It is not strange. It is in all of us looking at me. It's not strange. It's in us. We can do it. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun sir. Alàgbà Ojúọlá.
Mo kí gbogbo ilé pátápátá, Dr. Ojúọlá ló ń kí yín. Dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ọjọ́ Wednesday ni mo di doctor. of Theology.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gidi gan ni ọjọ́ yín á dalẹ̀. Gbogbo làákàyè tẹ́ fi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí yóò tún máa pọ̀ sí ni. Wípé tí a bá ríru yín tí ẹ̀ ń fún wa ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ làákàyè báyìí, á sọ wá jí, àwa gan á jókòó, á pọ̀dọ̀fin àti àròyìn wa, á mọ̀ ohun tá a fẹ́ ṣe. Àwọn tó bá mọ̀ mí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà mo máa ń lọ train àwọn èèyàn nílé lórí security so that kọ́ má bàa bá a lọ bá ìlú ọ̀dọ̀ wa jẹ́. Náà pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tí ẹ ti ń sọ láti àtàárọ̀, ẹ sọ nǹkan kan tẹ́ pé mo capture ẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ mú lọ́wọ́ pé 2014 lọ́yẹ̀ pé ká ti bọ́ lóko ẹrú ta wà yìí nígbà tí wọ́n ń ṣe national conference. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó jẹ́ àwọn àgbààgbà Yorùbá kan náà ni wọ́n step it down tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe. Nígbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjàngbara yìí, ẹ rí i pé ẹni tó ń pè lólóyè Sunday Igboho òun ṣe takuntakun tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò ní àwọn ò lè tẹ̀lé torí pé kò ka ìwé. Ìwé mélòó ni Sunday Igboho ló kà?
Mi á tẹ̀lé o.
Thank you. Ẹ ṣeun. Àwọn èèyàn tó dẹ̀ wá mọ̀ yìí pé máa nìyí máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó fi lè lọ sọ́tún tó fi lọ sósìn táwọn yẹn fi lè mọ̀ yìí pé àwọn kan jẹ́ Yorùbá wọ́n fẹ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú tí wọ́n wà. Àwọn olóṣèlú wa àtàwọn ọ̀mọ̀wé wa wọn ò rí ìran tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wá rí tá wà nílùú òyìnbó àti ìran tí Sunday Igboho rí wọn ò rí. Ṣùgbọ́n mo wá fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa bí kíní yìí ṣe ń lọ síwájú, àwọn tí Canada ń ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn tí America ń ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn tí England ń ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn tó ń kọ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, àwọn tó ń design bówó ṣe máa rí, àwọn tó ń design bí government ṣe máa rí, they are doing it left and right and tooth and nails. But nǹkan kó wá fún mi ní concerns bàbá torí ẹ ti tó bàbá fún mi. Ọgbọ́n tẹ́ sì fi sọ̀rọ̀ lónìí yìí, gbogbo àtàwà lórí platform yìí láàrin wípé nǹkan kan wà ní ọwọ́ yín àti inú ayé yín tẹ́ lè fi ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa ká fi lè tètè mọ bá ti fẹ́ lọ kúrò ní oko ẹrú tá wà yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan méjì ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Torí mo ti wà lórí ìjàngbara yìí nísìnyí àtijọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 2019 ni tẹ́ pé àjọ máa ń ṣe everything ni. Ẹ̀tẹ̀ àwọn nǹkan méjì ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bí báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìnyí tá à ń sọ yìí. A ti ní fashions méjì lórí Yorùbá nation. Àwọn kan tí bàbá Akíntóyè Professor Akíntóyè, àwọn kan tí Onítìrì. Ìbéèrè mi wá nígbà tí a ti pín sọ́nà méjì yìí nísìn, báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tí a fi lè lọ síwájú, a fi lè papọ̀, a fi lè gba ohun tá a fẹ́ gbà kó má bàa pẹ́ jù. Ẹ ṣeun sà.
Ṣé rí Onítìrì, I don't condemn her, but I pity pé misdirected efforts. And unfortunately, àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, using the word of one of my friends, wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, wọn ò jókòó láti ronú. And that's why tí máa send the article kan sí èèyàn mi Chris so that they circulate it. The article where the man said àwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n Yorùbá àwọn tí wọ́n sápò. That's what is happening. It's been happening right from the 50s. While we were dancing about in clubs, Leko, and even in our villages, they were busy planning how to bring down Yoruba civilization. I knew this. Àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n tí mo mọ̀, àwọn tí mo lè bá sọ̀rọ̀, mo sọ fún wọn tì. Nǹkan tó máa ń sọ fún mi ni pé Nàìjíríà dáa. Kọ́lọ́run fẹ̀rùn kẹ́ Chief Onasanya. I'll mention his name because kò yẹ kéèyàn máa fi orúkọ pamọ́. Before 2019, around 2016 or so, earlier, when they were all still alive, mo ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Wọ́n sọ fún pé compromise la máa fi ṣe mọ́ ní. Wọ́n fi compromise ṣe ìlú. You either ìlú or not. So wọ́n ní wọ́n wá kí ọmọ wọn ní Amẹ́ríkà. Either Mr. or Dr. Onasanya will hear what I'm saying. Bàbá wọn wá sọ fún pé gbà tán dé London padà torí London mọ̀ wá. wọ́n á pè mí pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá a sọ kò jọ sí yẹn táwọn bá padà ní Nàìjíríà sí London again àwa jókòó àwa tébù ẹ̀ ká wá fi kún lókun mo ní ikùn tèmi kéré o wọ́n wá fi sẹ́ ká sọ but unfortunately Ọlọ́run ò jẹ́ kó happen padà mọ́. I've lost many elders who I've talked to. They procrastinate about the future of the Yoruba race. Ìṣe 2019 lè kọ́rọ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ìgbà tó yẹ kí a kúrò ní 1998, there was the high level of our going. Jẹ́ pé if táwọn leaders wa bá kan ọ́tà kí ní ẹ̀ tán broadcast fáwọn ọ̀dẹ Yorùbá gbà yẹn, that was the end. All we needed to do was to finally have a referendum to tell the world that the amalgam that created Nigeria has finally been dissolved. It's an amalgam. It's a business enterprise that is not working. Like I said, it's a dead thing that we've been using elections to change the position of the mortuary. I don't know if you get my analogy. We have been using elections to carry the dead body called Nigeria from one level of political accommodation to the other. And this is one of it now. Because Nigeria ti kú láti 1962. Nígbà tó ń sọ Western region the vassal of the federal government. And that was the effort of Zik and Balewa. The details are there. But we keep on dancing. Àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa látòkè ọ̀yà. Tí n bá gbọ́ kí ni ẹ̀ máa ní wọn ò ṣe ọmọ ìyá mi o. Maybe because my grandfather's message still rings in my brain every time. Pé à ń ṣe kan náà. Wọn ò lè jẹ́ ọmọ ìyá wa ká má máa ṣèdèkédè. Ibi Yorùbá ni wá bá rẹ̀ ṣe máa sọ pé ọmọ ìyá yín ni Fúlàní. Torí pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣèdè. Àwọn ará bíbá ni wọ́n. You see, we need to reorganize our mind, to be able to reach to our people, and to all those broadcasters to stop calling Nigeria orílẹ̀-èdè. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo orí owó àná lọ́dà àwọn sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀. I've been telling them, tell all the other people, Nigeria ò ṣe orílẹ̀-èdè. Tó bá jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè, there will be a language called Nigerian. I told that to one Fulani man from the palace of Sokoto a few days ago when I met him. To say, you are in Nigeria. I said, no, I am from Nigeria. Loba Duro. Muni used to, you are not in Nigeria, but you are from Nigeria. Loba Tungo. Muni, do you know what I mean? If we are Nigerians, then there will be a language called Nigerian. For God's sake, this is the first time it dawned on me. Thank you very much. This is some of the things that we should grow to start to understand, all of us. I'm not a Nigerian. I'm from Nigeria. That's a fact. And the next question will be, which part of Nigeria? I'm a Yoruba man from the southwest. He's an Igbo man from the east. That one is a Fulani man from the north. That's how we are. We are an incongruous, dysfunctional creation. If I tell my mind, tí mo sọ èdè Ìgbò yẹn, ìgbà Yorùbá ní àwọn mọ̀kànmọ̀kàn tó ń ṣe kan náà. Wọ́n kàn ń dára wọn káàkiri, wọn ò gbédè ara wọn. That's it. Òyìnbó kan náà kọ sí one of the administrators of Nigeria, Peter Smithers. I will send those documents. I like your group. I will send a lot of documents so that you can distribute far and wide. Even títí kan àwọn ọmọ onítìrì kan náà rí. Onítìrì, I would say, was planted into our midst to disturb the whole thing. Ká má bínú sí. Ibi tó ń máa ṣe test. Ká má bínú sí. We are taking our energies, like I explained earlier, and destroying ourselves. I don't talk about her. I know she exists, but I pray as a Yoruba person for her to understand before it is too late.
ṣé wọn wá ní máa wá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run máa kọ́ sí setback fún wa tọ́ra wọn kan tẹ̀lé
Well,
bàbá.
ẹ má ròyìn. Let us face our attacks. When we face our attacks, the others and them will understand that they have been missing the road. If we focus on them, we'll be wasting our time. Should not focus on them. Whatever turn back post, but let us focus on how we can reach even the minds of the young person, the soul coming from Kokombilo. I'm going beyond some extent. Coming to Yoruba land, so that you'll be happy that, yes, I'm going back to where I should belong. They've messed themselves before. Now they are seeing the light. I'm coming back home. And I'm going to be born into them.
Thank you very much, sir. No make no gan ṣeun. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́, ẹ kú ohun. Ẹ ṣeun gan, mo dúpẹ́, sir.
Thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun, sir. Ẹ ṣe
ẹ ṣe
gan ni.
bàbá wa Chris Akíngbadé ẹ kú iṣẹ́ látàkárọ̀ wọ́n ní àìsí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìbánidásí gbàbí mọ́ gbàbẹ̀ mọ́ gbàbí ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi wákàtí sọ fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa nínú ilé pátápátá tí ẹ ti ń béèrè ìbéèrè àwọn ìbéèrè ti kúnlẹ̀ bí rẹ́rẹ́ lórí social media lórí gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn kan tiẹ̀ ń kí bàbá pé abáyára wọn mà balẹ̀ kẹ́ pé wọ́n gbọ́ pé bàbá sọ pé wọ́n wà ní 13 years of age ẹ̀rù gan bà mí mi àti ìyá mi gan wọn rò pé wọ́n ti ṣe hello how are you there tá máa ń ṣẹ̀mọ̀ àwọn màmá wa Ọlárẹ̀wájú mọ̀ pé bọ́n ṣe bí bàbá ṣe fẹ́ wọ́n gbà wọ́n á ju òkò sí orí páànù pókúrú òkò mẹ́ta òkò mẹ́ta ni wọ́n wá ti gẹ́wà tó wá ti wò pé òkò mẹ́ta ìjọ táwa wọ̀nyí dàgbà ọ̀dà pé tó kò yà bàbá àwọn èèyàn ń kí yín o ẹ ṣe lágbára lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ pẹ̀ fún bàbá ìbéèrè méjì kan wà níbí ìbéèrè yẹn yọ ké ó gbọ́mọ pọ̀n ó dẹ̀ tún yọkù pẹ̀lú ó dá ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín àkọ́kọ́ ni wípé tí ò bá ṣe dáhùn báyìí ẹ lè fi pamọ́ torí gbangba làṣà ta ọ̀rọ̀ tó jáde lẹ́nu yín gan ló jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè pé níbi tá a dé yìí àgbọ́dọ̀ forúkọ pamọ́ mọ́ wọ́n ní níbi tọ́rọ̀ gbédé dúró yìí wọ́n rí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè Áfíríkà kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n yọ sí bọ̀m̀bọ̀ wọ́n lọ rèé ṣèpàdé pẹ̀lú ọ̀rákùnrin tí a pè ní Putin wọ́n wá ní kí ló ń ṣe Yorùbá gan-an Yorùbá orílẹ̀-èdè ni wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ kí ló wá lè ṣe jẹ́ rocket science ni tá àti ẹ̀ lè lọ lẹ̀dí àpò pẹ̀lú irú àwọn ará abẹ yẹn àbí nǹkan kan nítorí nǹkan la ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan àbí ìyẹn ìbéèrè ti bẹ̀yẹn ìbéèrè tó tún jẹ́ ìkejì ní pé ẹnìkan béèrè pé bàbá ní ìgbà ayé tiyín pound ó wọ 1,000 plus báyìí dọ́là ó wọ bí nǹkan béèyàn bá mú nọ́mbà ẹ̀ báyìí bó bá ṣí fóònù báyìí ìpè bí ẹ máa kú ni láti Nàìjíríà ebi ń pa wọn o orí ń ro wọn o ẹsẹ̀ ń ta wọn o oúnjẹ ebi yìí ni wọ́n ní tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n tàbí àbúrò tàbọ́mọ̀ ìyá fún Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àmọ̀ràn wo lẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ fún gan níbi tí nǹkan gbédé dúró yìí torí pé Èkó lóró ipò ń fẹ́ lọ rúùlù ó ti wá rí wípé Àbújá tó ń wọ̀ lọ gan báyìí renew ṣege ni ẹ ṣeun bàbá ẹ.
First one ti ọ̀rọ̀ Putin tí orí Áfíríkà ń tara ẹ̀ ní ó pọ̀ ìgbà tí tọ́jú ìlú yín ẹ wá rò bí Putin máa kó àwọn nǹkan mèremère wá báyìí máa tọ́jú ìlú yín kí lẹ fẹ́ fẹ́ ìdí pa ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ pẹ̀lú Putin èmi ò rí ṣe rí èèyàn mi tó béèrè question yẹn ó ní orílẹ̀-èdè Áfíríkà kò sí orílẹ̀-èdè Áfíríkà àwọn ìlú tó wà láfíríkà ni because kò sí ìlú tó jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè láfíríkà yàtọ̀ sí Botswana àti Somalia tó ń ṣèdè kan náà àwọn yòókù àdàmọ̀dì ni we are all. So èmi as a leader in a country in Africa èmi ò ní fẹ́ tara mi ní ó pọ́kú fún any country. Màá fojú sí bí ṣe máa develop ìlú mi. Màá dẹ̀ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi tí àwọn èèyàn mi tán mọ̀wé tán kàwé káàkiri kó ń jí technology wá ọ̀kan rà káwa tún di engineer lọ́dọ̀ tiwa káwọn náà máa wá bá wa kan tó wà lẹ́nu àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan síkà. Ẹ wo the Congo is the richest country in the world in terms of mineral resources. And it's the second poorest country in the world in terms of human resources. How do you balance that? Ẹ wá sọ pé head of state Congo òun náà lọ sí Russia. It's just à ń tẹ̀ra wa ni. The Africans are undermining themselves because they are not managing their own countries, not nations. Their countries properly. Well, I will manage Western Union to the point that we never borrowed anything. And it helped Nigeria to conduct a war that, for the first time in the history of warfare, the country fighting did not borrow a penny. Why can't we start Yoruba Nation that way? It's not rocket science, it's easy. It's application of the resources into the right places, starting from free education, agricultural redevelopment. Torí gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti till there we can re-engineer everything to wake them up. It will not take more than 1 to 2 or 3 years to get everything in place. And to the point that àwọn èèyàn máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ láti wá ṣiṣẹ́ nílẹ̀ wa ni. That is my aim, that we should achieve it before I transfer my body. We can do it, keep on saying. And all of us, if we believe in ourselves, that's the key thing. And that's the key thing pẹ̀lú Elédùà. If we believe in ourselves that we can. If we believe in the ọ̀rọ̀ tán bí wa pẹ̀lú, we can. Then the other one, ṣé ti Tinubu tẹ bá tẹ̀lé ọmọ mi fún mi ní kí díẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀ èèyàn mi lọ́rọ̀ the second part of your question. Ṣé nípa ti Tinubu àbí kíní? Yes.
Wọ́n ní Tinubu yà.
Okay, ṣé rí Tinubu tiẹ̀? I know him very well, mi ò lè deny. Ilé ẹ̀ ní London nígbà tí máa ti ń pàdé Ṣèfẹ̀bà Désànyà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ pa kíní. 1998 situation. There was a publication in the top media newspaper, the Financial Times, or Sunday edition of July 9, saying the imminent breakup of Nigeria. The Northerner had drawn a map, I'll send that to you again, and cut off Western Nigeria from Nigeria, that they can have it. That was the way he demonstratedly showed it, that where they sound that they can have it, and the rest of us will remain Nigeria, including the Niger Delta, because of oil. We did not take advantage of it. At that time, instead of going to where Ghana must go from Asoro, and we said, you have totally rejected the Yoruba race. It was not Abiola that was rejected, it was us. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ realize yẹn, but some people waited Abiola said, Ọlọ́run ṣe wọ́n gbági lù ú. Gbogbo Yorùbá náà mà gbági lù ú. That is one thing we did not understand. You see, deductive reasoning left a lot of our people who are intellectuals. We could not look beyond the person Abiola. He represented the embodiment of the Yoruba race. And the Yoruba race had been rejected, not Abiola. some of us were dancing about. And after all, he had apologized to Awolowo and they had been working with him ever before that time, before his election. So that's long juba from Baba. Yet some people are still. And one thing most of us don't realize that did not have never wanted to bow under a Yoruba person. Comes early. Is he able to handle the economy? Look at how okay. After there was a slight fall in the Naira before it started to build up and rise. Why did that not happen with Yoruba? And unfortunately, these advisors are not giving the right, because they don't know what to do with that.
Yes.
And they will not know. You don't use palliative to run a country. You have to have a groundwork of an idea of how this country, between now and 3 months, where should we be, and then the next month, where should we be? There's no plan on that. And palliative, I'm sorry.
It's true.
I stop so far. I want all of you to think. I want you to take from me, because I'm trying to pass what I know to all of you. So that if you educate me, so that I will know more. I will, like Amotekun, I've learned from him. That is the way knowledge should be passed among the Yorubas. Nobody is the repository of knowledge. The fact that I'm able to talk now does not mean that I'm all. No, you are the ones that is making it happen, not me.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa. Bàbá ọmọ borí owó, tí mi ò bá gbàgbé, bàbá wa Comrade Akíngbadé ní kẹ́ ju nọ́mbà síta fáwọn èèyàn. Àwọn kan sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ pè láti ibikíbi tán wà lágbàáyé. Bí ẹ bá wà
tọ̀dọ̀ yín.
Nọ́mbà ò lè ṣe mọ̀, nọ́mbà ọ́fíìsì kò lè ṣiṣẹ́, mi ò sí inú stúdíò.
Nọ́mbà tó ń fẹ́ fi kalẹ̀, nọ́mbà yẹn ó ti switch off ń sìn ni. Ó ní bá fi kalẹ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn wa.
Wọ́n ní nọ́mbà tí ó yẹ ká múlò ní stúdíò ní ọ̀dọ̀ Ọmọborí Owó TV.
Kò síná lórí ẹ̀.
Kò síná lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ máa fi ìbéèrè yín ránṣẹ́ sórí WhatsApp. Ẹ ṣé. Bàbá Ọmọborí Owó, ẹ gbà lẹ́nu mi kẹ́ sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni, bóyá kí àwọn èèyàn wa ẹ má bínú lónìí pé ẹ ráyè pé wọlé. Mo fẹ́ kí bàbá wa Chris Akíngbadé kan bá wa fi photo of stand kan bá fi léda nígbà tí màmá wa Beatrice táwọn náà máa múra sílẹ̀ fún àdúrà ìparí. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni o, mo kí gbogbo ilé. Bàbá Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ṣe vote of thanks fún àwọn alàgbà wa tí wọ́n wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbogbo ilé. Bàbá Tọ́pẹ́ Jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́. Ẹ̀hùn mi tara yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí a kóra wa jọ pọ̀ láti tún wá ṣe bó ṣe yẹ ká máa ṣe láti gba ilẹ̀ wa. A dúpẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá. Àwa ti rò pé àwọn náà ló yẹ lákòókò tí a pè wá, lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé Yorùbá ti ń sùn. Àwọn tó mọ nǹkan tí Yorùbá ní ìdí nǹkan tí Yorùbá jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ àti ibi tá a wà àti ibi tá a ń lọ. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ọlọ́run yóò bá wa máa túbọ̀ bá a lọ́ra ẹ̀mí fún wọn. Nínú ọgbọ́n, nínú òye, Ọlọ́run yóò máa bù fún wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ohun tá a fẹ́ gbà náà, a gbàdúrà pé aṣojú ẹ̀mí gbogbo aṣojú ẹ̀mí. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó participate tán wá, nítorí oṣooṣù là ń ṣe irú ìpàdé yìí. A fẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa pe àwọn èèyàn wá láti rí i pé wọ́n ń gbọ́ nípa ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. A mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ò kú láwa ìlànà Canada. A mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ò kú, wọ́n ń sùn ni. A dẹ̀ ti rí i pé wọ́n fẹ́ jí. Àkókò t'Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ pèsè fún wọn náà ní àwa yìí. torí ó tún yàtọ̀ sí ìgbà ayé ìgbà ilé tó kúrò ń bẹ Buhari. Àkókò tá a mọ̀ pé Yorùbá wà láyé rèé, bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọmọ Yorùbá náà wọ́n gbé síbẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n àwa fẹ́ ní òmìnira tara wa, ṣe pé ká wà ní Nàìjíríà. Nítorí náà kẹ́ bá wa pe àwọn èèyàn láti wá máa gbọ́ àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, àwọn olóye èèyàn la fẹ́ máa gbé wá sí ìkànnì ní oṣooṣù. Gbogbo àtàwá àdúpẹ́ o, àdélébàrè. Ìwà yóò máa wà pẹ̀lú wa, ṣé o. Ẹ ṣé sà, àdúpẹ́.
Ẹ ṣeun gbogbo lé akíyín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ kú dìde. Àwọn ìyá wa ló máa fún wa ní àdúrà láti parí ìpàdé. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà, ẹ ṣé mà.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa, dúpẹ́ mo gba ẹnu yín sọ̀rọ̀ láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tó jẹ́ pé a dá ọjọ́, ó kò bá wa láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá, a sọ pé òun ló fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ níparí oṣù July 2023. Ó sì jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n wà láyé, wọ́n wà láàyè, wọ́n wà láàyè ara wọn pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n pípé àti ìmọ̀ àtòye Olúwa fi fún wọn. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. A tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Alex Àjàlá tá a pè wọ́n tó ń jẹ́ wa nípè, tó tún wá là wá lóye gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe àti ibi tá ń lọ àtọjọ́ iwájú Yorùbá nation. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gidigidi. Olúwa dúró tì yín. Olúwa ò ní fi yín sílẹ̀. Olúwa máa ṣaláàbò lórí yín àtẹ̀bí yín àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń fi tọkàn tara ti ìnáwó àti gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fi ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. A tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Canada branch, èyí tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n náwó wọn nára, wọ́n sì tún fẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún Yorùbá nation, because many of us ló dàbí pé a ò ní ṣe ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ní nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní December tó kọjá. Bẹ̀tà dúpẹ́ nǹkan tó Ọlọ́run bá ti lọ́wọ́ sí ó máa ń ṣeé ṣe. Èyí tó Ọlọ́run bá ti lọ́wọ́ sí ló máa ń pakú. A dúpẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé Yorùbá nation ó tún gbéra sọ, ó ń gbéra sọ. A sì mọ̀ pé láìpẹ́ láìkó jìnnà Olúwa bá wa ṣe àgbà Yorùbá nation wa. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹbí ará, àwọn tó gbọ́ ìpè yìí tán wá. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ìbéèrè èyí tẹ́ ẹ béèrè tán sì dá wa lóhùn. A tún dúpẹ́ nítorí pé ojú wa ló máa ṣe, ojú gbogbo wa ló máa ṣe. A sì tún fi àsìkò yìí rántí màmá wa, màmá Sarah Ìgbòho. A tún fi dúpẹ́ pé Olúwa bá wa gbà wọ́n sáfẹ́fẹ́ rere. Ọmọ wọn náà, bàbá wa Ìgbòho, Olúwa bá wa dúró tì wọ́n, Olúwa bá wa tù wọ́n nínú, Olúwa dì wọ́n mú, Olúwa ṣe ìyá, á ṣe bàbá fún wọn. A tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Akíntóyè, bí ó tiẹ̀ sí láàrin wa, ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ wà láàrin wa. Gbogbo bá ṣe ń ṣe náà la máa gbọ́. A dúpẹ́ o, a dúpẹ́ onílé, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àlejò, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wa, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ìlànà Canada. Olúwa dì wá mú o, kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Èyí tó túnbọ̀ aṣojú ẹ̀mí wa àtúnpọ̀jù eléyìí ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi ni mo gbàdúrà.
Àmín.
Àmín. Àmín. Àdúrà wa gbà lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá, ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí bá wa ṣe ètò, àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé gan ni àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ní báyìí ẹ jẹ́ kí a kọ orin àmúrelé wa létí a mọ̀ sí national anthem wa, kí a sì fi àdàgbẹ́tò yìí ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ fún tòní. Ẹ̀yin wa tún pàdé wa tó bá tún di oṣù tó ń bọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mo sì mọ̀ pé ìra wa kí ìra tí ò bá lọ́mọ náà ẹni tó tún ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ fojú lọ́nà. Ètò àwọn yóò tún dùn, máa gbọ́n tún kàn sí láti rọrùn. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá ọmọ borí owó, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Èmi náà tún dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ mi bí bàbá wa Àjàlá, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa. tá a bá pè yín lọ́jọ́ mi bàbá mo gbàgbọ́ pé ẹ dá ọmọ yín lóhùn. Àwọn kan láti Newcastle, àwọn kan láti New Jersey, àwọn kan láti Washington DC, ìbéèrè wọn yẹn mo ti ní kí wọn tọ́jú ẹ pé àtúngbé bàbá bọ ẹ mọ wọ ẹnìkan tí ẹ sọ pé kí ló dé tá ò fẹnu mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn sọ pé ilé gangan làwọn èèyàn ti nílò gbogbo nǹkan pé ọ̀rọ̀ orí social media a gbúdọ̀ máa lọ ẹsẹ̀ kùkú sẹ́sẹ̀ kùkú wọn ní ẹ̀yin ẹ má wọrí ìlànà Canada kájú ẹ bàbá Akíngbádé àbí mo parọ́ ni so yóò ṣe é ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣé o.
ẹ ṣeun sà ẹ ṣeun mà. Ọmọbìnrin wa àgbọn play.
Orí station wọn nìkan ló ti ń play. Ṣé ká play láti bí ń gbà ẹ̀?
Ó yẹ play látọ̀dọ̀ yín.
Station wọn nìkan ni ogun yẹn ti ń dùn.
Olewa.
Níjẹ́ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú
ẹ ṣé gan ni o, ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o.
Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ní ìdíkò ẹ̀tàn rẹ̀ ìwọ ni ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yoruba nation.
No.
Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ ṣeun.
Recording stopped.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, ẹ ṣé
sir.
Gbọ́ mi o. Díẹ̀ ní gbólóhùn tí mo ní báyìí sọ lónìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Ó débẹ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Ó débẹ̀ dáadáa ní ẹ ṣé sá o.
Mo summarize a lot of things. Tọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lówe kọ́bọ̀ bí àwọn Jíọ̀fàgúnwà àti àwọn Ọdúnjọ tó ń sọ. Ìwé wọn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iléèwé, èdè Yorùbá láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iléèwé, ìwé ìṣirò, ìwé ìmọ́tótó gbogbo báyẹn. Àdẹ̀ kéde ìbò ní second language nígbà yẹn ni. Wọ́n ní ìsìn ẹ̀gbọ́n.